Okay, how they secretly feel about you. That's what the reading's about today. I'm going to be looking at how they feel about you deep down, possibly, as opposed to, you know, what they're telling other people. I'm also going to have a look about how they see the past, because that's usually quite interesting. That can tell a lot, you know, how they actually feel the past was, as opposed to probably how you feel the past was. So I'm going to just really have a deep dive today in how they secretly feel about you. Before I start though, firstly, thanks for all the likes, comments, subscribe. If you haven't already and you like this, hit subscribe if you want to see more. Secondly, if you would like a personal and in-depth private read, just click on the title of this video and that'll take you to the description box where the link to the website is. Also in there is a free relationship report, a link to that. Go check that out as well. I think you'll find it interesting. Okay, today's reading is just a general dig around, like I said, into their feelings about you. See if we can make any sense of what's going on today. Right, first thing I'm going to look at is what, if I could actually shuffle my cards right today, that, oh, itchy nose, without dropping them all. So I hope you're all really well wherever you are, whatever you're doing, taking good care of yourselves, looking out for yourselves, putting yourselves first. Right, firstly, how do they tell other people they feel about you? Oh, that wanted to come out. Right, that's positive. Let's have another one for what do they tell other people? I won't say anything on that one yet until I've actually just got another card sat next to it. What do they tell other people how they feel about you? Okay, this is positive and a little bit, not negative, no it's not negative, but I'm going to try and explain this. They, on the whole, tell other people that they still have a great deal of affection for you. I'm going to say this is a general read, you know, take what resonates today. They tell people that they do have affection for you, that they do care about you still, and they also tell other people that you looked after them. But I do feel with this energy, it was almost, you know, when someone wants to leave a relationship and they don't want to admit that they've done anything wrong, so I wouldn't say it can be a smear campaign depending on your situation. It can be downright nasty and toxic. But I feel they could also be telling other people that they left because they felt smothered. I feel at times they tell other people that you try to control them, that you try to almost mother them too much, that you maybe try to make decisions for them. And that is the reason that they left. I feel in this energy, for some of you, the real reason they left is because your person is actually quite an impatient person. You're very freedom loving, can be a player, you know, both sides, in, out, in, out. They just don't settle. It's, you know, bright, shiny object syndrome. Well, this is all very good now, but I'm bored. And they go off. But they're saying to people that you were good to them. But I feel for some of you, almost to make out that they did nothing wrong, they're saying that, you know, you tried to clip their wings a little bit. So obviously when we do these type of readings, what their perception of what happened is will more than highly likely be totally different to yours. But sometimes when you're in separation, it is good to get an overview of, what they're saying to other people, as opposed to how they really feel. So now I'm going to look at how they really feel at the moment, deep down. Deep down. Could say this is an energy of somebody. It could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could be somebody who is at a distance, I mean a different town, different state. It could also be somebody who has mother issues. Now, by mother issues, I mean that the mother has too much say in the relationship. Somebody is still almost tied to their mother's apron strings. Right, how do they feel deep down, please? They do miss you. They miss the fun you had. They miss the fun you had. And I think that goes back to what they're telling people, that you might have clipped their wings and their spontaneity. It's just not true. Deep down they know that's not true. They're just saying that because they don't want to appear to be the one that's in the wrong here. They don't want to take responsibility. I think some of them have gone crying to their mother or a female figure about how you did them wrong and how dreadful it all was, and nobody understands me like you do. I've got that kind of energy, but deep down they miss the fun that they had with you and the spontaneity. How else do they feel, please, deep down? And they would, for some of you, like a new beginning. I think for some of you as well, so I'm just tuning this in here, they would, if it wasn't for a strong female figure or something to do with a home per se, they would take that leap of faith and they would come back in. But they just don't seem to have the balls at the moment. It's almost like they've got themselves too comfortable somewhere. How else do they feel deep down, please? Yeah, they still care about you. They do still care about you. And I feel for some of you, they wish they'd been more honest, and also they wish they could have helped you more, even maybe financially. But they do still care about you. And I think deep down, this person would like to take a chance on a new beginning where there's more give and take. How else do they feel deep down, please? They're heartbroken. Wow. It's all a front. Whatever they're telling people, it is all a front. They are heartbroken. They miss you. I think they know they've put you, for some of you, in a third party situation, whether it be family, friends, or whatever's going on in your life at the moment, and they regret this. They know they've let you down, they know they've disappointed you, and they know they've betrayed you. For some of you, it was almost like an unrequited love. They weren't putting enough effort in. Maybe they weren't replying to your messages, or if you lived with them, you were putting more in than they were. They know they were reckless and a bit childish. In fact, they were quite reckless and childish. This person doesn't think before they leap at times. They just have this happy-go-lucky attitude to life. And it's almost as if they swan off without a care of anything about the heartbreak they've left behind. But this person misses you. They're heartbroken. But they are being pulled by somebody else. They are being pulled by somebody else. Okay. Let's see how they see the past. Let's see how they see the past. And then I'm going to tie it into what I've already got on the table. How does this person's energy, or energy, people, collective energy, the past, please? What's the past here? What happened here from their perspective? This isn't yours. Like I say, it will probably be totally different to yours. Always the case in relationships. Always. Especially if you've got an energy here of somebody who doesn't take any responsibility. They're hot-headed. They're hot-headed and impulsive. I think for some of you there was a good physical tie though, a good sexual tie with this person. There was a lot of fun at times. I'm getting a lot of fun at times. Okay, how do they see the past? They see the past as very upsetting and disappointing. I honestly feel that this person, again, right, I'm going to try and word this in the right way. Deep down is what I described a few minutes ago. That's how they really feel. But I think from their perception of the past, that they feel hard done to. But I think this is the reality they are projecting out into their environment at the moment to almost justify their actions. They see in the past that they were hard done to. But it's just a projection. It's just almost to cover their tracks because they don't want to take responsibility. I think they're telling people that they were let down and that they were hard done by. Let's have another couple for how they see the past, please. Another couple for how they see the past. Yeah, for some of you, they feel that the connection between you was difficult because of possibly your friends or family. That's what is coming here. And like I said again, this is just their perception, but that maybe you both ended up with different interests. They do accept, I feel, that there was a selfish energy in the past, an emotional selfishness here. But I feel that they feel that you got a lot going on in your life and maybe you weren't as invested in them as they'd like to be. I think they just like to be the star of the show. I think they do have a bit of a pity party mentality where, you know, they have to be in control of everything. And if the spotlight's not on them and they're not getting all the attention, if they're not the life and soul, and, you know, when they walk into a room and everybody just drops everything to be with them, they don't like it. And that's how they see the past. But I think from your perspective, you did start to do your own thing and not put up with their erratic energy. One more for how they see the past, please. Yeah, they feel that they were controlled in the past. They feel that they were trapped in the past. Which is absolutely no surprise with this energy here that came out first. I think anything with this person that if they couldn't have their own way, or, you know, say they just said, right, I want to go off on a holiday, and you said, well, you know, we can't do that because we haven't got enough money, or we haven't got things in place, or I can't take any time off work, or whatever, they would then think that you were controlling them. It's that sort of energy. They just very, very much stuck in their own ego. As long as their own needs were being met, then that was fine. They had to be the star of the show. You know, again, if they wanted to go, this is just like a metaphor, if they wanted to go away for the weekend with friends, but months ago you'd already organised something else and you said, hey, we've organised this, they would then not see that as, okay, yes, I understand, fine, I will make the weekend another weekend. They would just think you're controlling them. They don't like being in one place. They love you, they miss you, and they do care about you. And I think for some of you, they would like to pay some money back that they've borrowed. That's a bit random, but I just see that. But on the flip side, this very hard person to pin down. Very, very hard. They're like a rolling stone. You know, they just keep on moving. The moment, it's almost like they might like the thrill of the chase of something. But once it settles into the day-to-day you know, wash the dishes, pay the bills, everyday life, they start getting restless and they start looking for other things to do. Okay, let's see what they would like to say to you, if I can find my cards. But they're heartbroken. I'm going to clarify that in a minute. I'm going to just have a look at more into the environment. So you probably know I was going to the environment a lot because that speaks a lot about why things are going the way they're going. How do they feel, please? Yeah, I know I was a distraction from your pain. That's what I was getting earlier, that they feel. Okay, they almost flipped it. So what they're publicly saying to other people is that, you know, maybe that you held them back, but they're saying that they were the distraction. They're just trying to quantify their own exit route because they know that they just basically cleared off. And they've caused you, I feel, abandonment issues. And this is making it difficult for some of you to actually open up to a new relationship. Because I can see that coming in here as well on this table. There could be someone that you're talking to at the moment. But I think it's difficult for you to almost open your heart up again. It's like you've put walls up around yourself. But that's because this person, when the going got tough, they cleared off. Let's see how else they feel about you, please. Before we get there, I'll get to environment. I don't react when people mention you. Yeah. I think by that is when they will just say, yeah, you did look after them. I think their energy's moving. I think they've gone from, I think they've gone from bitching to realising now what they've lost. We will be together again. Right. Let's just, before we go into environment, let's just clarify what this Three of Swords is about, please. Oh dear. Nine of Swords, you're keeping them awake at night. They miss you. They're very anxious about how it ended. They haven't got closure. Some of them have got anxiety and possibly even depression that you don't know about. They spend a lot of time thinking about this situation. And I feel they have, and that's what I said a minute ago, that's what string of thought. They're stopping bitching as much as they were about, you know, woe is me. They're realising now just how much you did for them. I don't think they've got the confidence to come forward at the moment. I think they're very anxious though. Very, very, you know, if you wonder if they're thinking about you, you're just living in their head. You might as well just have a little room in there, because they are doing. This breakup has really, really affected them. It's really, really affected them. I think they just thought the grass was greener. They just thought the grass was greener on the other side. Let's have a look at the environment at the moment, please. Let's just see the environment, especially with that Nine of Swords. In their environment themselves, they have got a lot of anxiety to do with other things as well, not just your breakup, but other things in their environment. That's, yeah, I don't react when people mention you. They're almost burying their head in something, whether it's a hobby, a career, yeah, what they're doing in their environment at the moment is they're focusing on themselves. That's what they're projecting to the outside world. So other people think they've got their shit together, they're focusing on their career, their job, their life, whatever it is, their hobbies, their new social life. But that's not what's really happening. They're very anxious and they miss you. What else have we got in environment, please? What's going on in this environment? Their career could be causing them some anxiety for some of you. What else is going on in this person's environment, please? People's environment, what's going on? Yeah, hidden emotions holding back. Oh, that's probably why I think that it's really making this anxiety worse for them, because I think they might have quite an anxious, restless personality anyway, this person. Although they seem to be the life and soul and they go for things, they don't think before they leap, and then they just end up with massive anxiety because they don't know what the heck to do with themselves. Yeah, they're holding their emotions back. But you're in their head. They're not telling people, they're not reacting when people mention you, they're holding it all in, they're just brushing it off. They're just brushing it off. The environment they're in at the moment, yeah, very hot and cold in their environment at the moment. Could be a lot of tension. They could be they could be in confrontation with somebody. Could be going back to this mother figure, where they're having to bite their tongue. Because unfortunately they've poured out all their woes, poor pity me, and now that's where they are, but it's not working out too well. I just see them biting their tongue with somebody in their environment. One more please. Yeah, very defensive. So they shut down. They shut down because they can't cope. They can't cope without you. They just can't cope without you. But they think the horse has bolted now, literally. They think the horse has bolted now. Right, let's just see what else we can get for their feelings, please. Any general energy. Let's use these cards today. They're doing a lot of thinking about the situation. They're trying to get clarity. That's what's keeping them up at night. That's why they've shut down, because I think if they actually open up their emotions, they won't be made as comfortable where they are now. They won't be. They're trying to get clarity. Oh dear, yeah. They're just thinking about all the good times you had and what an amazing, remarkable person you are. For some of you, you were married. If not married in the sort of legal sense, it was a long-term living situation. What else have we got? They admire you. They just think you're amazing. And they just can't believe they've blown it. I think that is just the crux of this reading today, how they secretly feel about you. They just can't believe they've blown it. I think it's difficult for them to admit their shadow side. I think it's difficult, and I think they know now that they should have defended you against somebody. They should have defended you against somebody. Let's have a little bit look at what... I'm just going to have a general and normal. Let me just see what's going on here, then we'll... Yeah, there's definitely an older person involved here. It could be an older male. But there was a lot of things going on for a long time. And I don't feel this is the first time somebody that's done this. Yeah, this person, oh yeah, Stork and the Knight of Wands. They're just messy. They're just energy. The energy's messy. They just like change. They can't bear almost to be in one place at once for long. But they have a lot of emotional feelings for you. There is a maternal figure here who's got something to do with it. An older maternal figure. I think at times this person has too much influence on your person. There is somebody here who worries a lot about their reputation, whether it's your person's energy or in their environment. Somebody worries about their reputation. I've actually got somebody who writes here as well. Yeah, somebody doesn't want something exposed in a public place. I think your person doesn't want the whole truth to come out. And I think that gives them anxiety. There could also be something in their environment they don't want the truth to come out about. That makes them anxious. But I see in the future something being made public. Something's going to come out. that's going to be made public. So I'm just going to have best outcome before we wrap this up. So thanks so much for watching. You like, subscribe, comments. Oh, that one just come out. No movement at the moment, Hermit. No, they're just going to sit. They're just going to sit in hermit mode and decide what they want to do. I think they just want to be alone at the moment with their thoughts, which then can go back to the fact that, you know, they thought that they were in the right and you were in the wrong. I think they are actually going through a dark night of the soul, but they're reflecting on their behaviour, which is a good thing. You know, if you're hoping for reconciliation in the future, it's a good thing that someone is reflecting. If that had come out in the reverse, then I wouldn't have been so, you know, positive. I'd have thought, well, no, they're just actually looking to outside people to almost validate their existence, but they're not. I feel that they're taking time. But for the outcome at the moment, I don't see it shifting. I do feel if they carry on reflecting and actually taking a long, hard look at themselves, there is a possibility that this could work out. Yeah, the Hangman as well, it's just clarified it. Spirit's on call today. No, they're just waiting. It's just not going to shift at the moment. And I know some of you are waiting for closure, but I just don't see that at the moment. It's going to just take time. Obviously, it's just a general read, so you know, you might not want to give this person time. Everyone's got free will, but that's the energy I picked up on today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you want a personal read, click on the title, link to the website's in there, also free relationship report. Also, if you want to know how I read, on the end screen of this video, there is a video that just explains how I do my readings. Take care of yourselves, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye.